For over 2 decades, one rapper tried to warn us. While the world celebrated, partied, and drank the puffy juice, 50 Cent was dropping hints, making accusations, and calling out behavior that seemed unbelievable at the time. Fast forward to 2024, and everything he said turned out to be true. This is the story of hip-hop's longest, pettiest, and most prophetic beef. A 20-year war between two New York titans that ended with one man's empire crumbling exactly as the other predicted. This is 50 Cent versus Diddy. Act 1. The early tension. The beef between these two moguls didn't start with disrespect or violence. It started with something far more uncomfortable. Picture this. It's 2003, and both 50 Cent and Diddy are at the absolute peak of their powers. 50 had just dropped Get Rich or Die Trying, one of the biggest debut albums in rap history. Meanwhile, Diddy was already a mogul, running Bad Boy Records and making millions. At the MTV VMAs that year, something interesting happened. Diddy presented the award for Best Rap Video, and the winner was none other than 50 Cent for In the Club. The two dapped each other up on stage, smiling for the cameras. Everything seemed cool. But behind the scenes, tension was already brewing. Later that same year, music executive Chris Lighty, who was close to both men, held a lavish wedding. Both 50 and Diddy were invited. They were even seated at the same table. And that's when things got weird. According to 50, Diddy leaned over during dinner and made an offer that left him deeply uncomfortable. Diddy allegedly told 50 that he wanted to take him shopping and that he'd pay for everything. Now, on the surface, that might sound like a friendly gesture, but the way 50 tells it, something about the offer felt off. Years later, in multiple interviews, 50 would recount this moment with visible discomfort, saying he had to move away before he did something that would ruin the wedding. He described the offer as something a guy would say to a girl, not something one man says to another in a business setting. Was Diddy trying to be friendly? Was he mocking 50's fashion sense? Or was it something darker, a power play designed to put 50 in a subordinate position? Whatever the intent, 50 never forgot it, and from that moment on, subtle jabs at Diddy started appearing in his music. Act 2. The Mace situation. If the shopping incident planted the seed, the Mace situation made the beef explode. By 2005, 50 Cent was building his G-Unit empire and looking to sign new talent. One name on his radar was Mace, a former Bad Boy Records superstar who had been Diddy's right-hand man during the label's golden era. Mace was unhappy with his deal at Bad Boy and wanted out. Articles at the time suggested the signing was almost done, with Mace even appearing in 50's Window Shopper music video. But here's where things get interesting. The song Window Shopper itself was packed with subliminal shots at Diddy. The hook talks about someone being mad at 50, someone who won't diss him directly, but keeps screw-facing him. 50 raps about the top feeling better than the bottom, a line that Charlemagne the God would later connect to Diddy's alleged behavior. And the entire premise of the video, 50 taking Mace on a shopping spree, was a direct callback to that uncomfortable moment at Chris Lighty's wedding. According to 50, Diddy initially seemed supportive of the deal. They even had a meeting at the Nobu restaurant in New York, where Diddy allegedly told 50 he thought he was just taking Mace on tour and would settle the contract later, like picking up jewelry at Tiffany's and getting invoiced afterward. But then the price came. Diddy allegedly demanded $2 million to release Mace from his contract. 50's response was legendary. Mace ain't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pocket. Mace himself would later confirm that Diddy blocked the deal, saying Diddy kept raising the price, first $2 million, then $3 million, making it impossible for 50 to afford a proper budget for the album. It was a power move, plain and simple. Diddy wasn't gonna let 50 poach one of his most iconic artists without making him pay an unreasonable price. Furious, 50 dropped a diss track called The Bomb in 2006, remixing Dead Prez's classic hip-hop beat. On the track, 50 accused Diddy of knowing who killed Biggie and being too scared to say anything. He mocked Diddy's parties, saying he didn't want invitations to the white party in the Hamptons. And in the outro, 50 went off on a rant demanding Diddy reimburse him $50,000 in travel fees for flying around trying to help Mace. The song was vicious. And interestingly, after the 2024 FBI raids on Diddy's properties, the track went viral again, with comments joking that the feds must have been playing it during the raids. Act 3. The Vodka Wars. If you thought the beef was just about music and contracts, think again. By 2014, the battle had moved to the boardroom and the liquor aisle. Diddy had spent years building Ciroc into a premium vodka brand, securing a deal that reportedly gave him 50% of the profits. He was everywhere. TV commercials, New Year's parties, celebrity events. Ciroc became synonymous with Diddy's lifestyle brand. But 50 Cent saw an opportunity. In 2014, he partnered with Suntory to launch Effin' Vodka, positioning it as a direct competitor to Ciroc. And just like everything else 50 does, he turned it into psychological warfare. His marketing strategy? Mock Diddy relentlessly. 50 started calling Ciroc puffy juice, posting viral images of Diddy in compromising situations and constantly comparing the two brands. One of his first posts showed Diddy getting a lap dance by a large woman with a caption saying, "Damn, 50's right, I'm effing up right now." Diddy tried to play it cool, responding with posts about not making time for negativity, but 50 kept coming. He'd post pictures of Diddy and other male rappers in questionable poses, with captions like, "What in the effing vodka is going on here?" Even French Montana got dragged into the war, after French was caught on camera giving a lukewarm shout-out to Effin' at an event. 50 joked that French was secretly Team G Unit. Diddy must have called him, but days later, French posted a video dumping bottles of Effin' in the trash. 50's response? Diddy called him like, "You want your record out, don't you?" The vodka wars raged on for years, with both sides throwing subliminal shots. But by 2017, reports emerged that 50 had sold his stake in Effin' for a rumored $60 million. Whether or not he stayed involved with the brand, one thing was clear: 50 had made his money and moved on. Meanwhile, Diddy's relationship with Ciroc would eventually end in a legal battle over allegations of racism. A partnership that once seemed invincible, now completely dissolved. Act 4. The warnings no one believed. While the public saw petty Instagram posts and vodka battles, 50 Cent was dropping much darker hints about Diddy's behavior, hints that almost no one took seriously at the time. In a 2010 radio interview, 50 revealed something shocking. He claimed that explicit images and videos of Diddy's then-girlfriend Cassie Vandora had been submitted to his website, This Is 50. According to 50, he called Diddy to confirm Cassie was really his girl before deciding what to do with the material. Diddy confirmed she was his girl, so 50 sent him the material. But here's the disturbing part. According to 50, Diddy's reaction wasn't anger or shock, it was gratitude. Diddy allegedly thanked him and asked him where he got the material from. Then 50 made a chilling observation. "I felt like those photographs weren't happening because of Cassie. I felt like they were happening because of Puffy." He went on to say that Diddy likes to take advantage of all the suckers, implying that Diddy was orchestrating these situations for his own purposes. At the time, this seemed like just another wild accusation from 50, part of his endless trolling campaign. But in 2023, when Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy detailing years of physical and sexual abuse, including forced participation in events Diddy called freak-offs, suddenly 50's old comments didn't seem so crazy anymore. 50 had been trying to tell us for over a decade. He'd made cryptic posts about Diddy's parties, joked about not wanting hugs from behind, and repeatedly suggested that something dark was happening behind closed doors. The world laughed it off as petty beef, but 50 knew. Act 5. The Downfall. November 2023 marked the beginning of the end for Diddy. Cassie's lawsuit was filed, detailing horrific allegations of abuse. Diddy settled within 24 hours, reportedly paying an 8-figure sum. But the damage was done. The floodgates had opened. More lawsuits followed. Then in March 2024, CNN released surveillance footage showing Diddy brutally assaulting Cassie in a hotel hallway back in 2016. The video was damning, undeniable proof that contradicted Diddy's public denials. 50 Cent's response? He posted the footage with a caption, "Now I'm sure Puffy didn't do it. He's innocent. This proves nothing." This is what his lawyers are gonna say. The sarcasm was biting. 50 had waited 2 decades for this moment. When federal agents raided Diddy's homes in March 2024, 50 updated his documentary title from Diddy Do It to Diddy Done, adding that the feds don't raid homes with that much force unless they have a serious case. Reports suggested Diddy had secret cameras recording everyone at his parties. 50 posted the news with a caption, "Wait till I get the tapes." Even 50's own baby mother, Daphne Joy, got caught up in the chaos. She was named in a lawsuit as allegedly being paid a monthly stipend to participate in Diddy's freak-offs. 50's response? He posted himself smoking a cigar in the rain with the caption, "I didn't know you was a sex worker. LOL, this is like a movie." When Daphne accused 50 of serious misconduct in retaliation, he sued her for defamation, seeking over $1 million in damages. She eventually deleted her posts and dropped the accusations, but the damage to her credibility was done. Act 6. Vindication. By mid-2024, 50 Cent had won the ultimate victory. Netflix won a bidding war for his Diddy documentary, reportedly paying top dollar for the rights. The series, titled Diddy Do It, later changed to Diddy Done, promised to expose everything 50 had been hinting at for years. Diddy's partnership with Ciroc was over. His business empire was crumbling. His reputation was destroyed. And 50 Cent was there every step of the way, posting, trolling, and collecting receipts. Rumors even circulated that Ciroc wanted to replace Diddy with 50 as their brand ambassador, offering a $100 million deal. 50 denied it, saying he owns his own brands and wouldn't be anyone's ambassador, but the symbolism was perfect. Diddy's fall was complete, and 50 was standing over the wreckage, unbothered. Looking back, this beef was never just about music, money, or ego. It was about power, perception, and one man's refusal to stay quiet about what he saw. For 20 years, 50 dropped hints, made jokes, and threw accusations that seemed outrageous. The world called him petty, obsessed, a hater, but he was right about everything. The shopping offer, the Mace situation, the parties, the recordings, the behavior behind closed doors. 50 saw it all, called it out, and waited for the world to catch up. And when Diddy's empire finally collapsed under the weight of his own actions, 50 didn't gloat. He simply reminded everyone that he'd been saying it all along. This wasn't just a beef, it was a prophecy. And in the end, 50 Cent had the last laugh, the last word, and a Netflix deal to prove it. The vodka wars are over, the freak-offs are exposed, and the man who tried to take 50 shopping is now facing the consequences of decades of alleged misconduct. 50 Cent once said, "Later, you gonna find out everything I've been saying is real."
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.